Hello aspirants, welcome to Unacademy. Start your UPSC CSE preparation with India's largest learning platform, Unacademy. Unacademy offers you widest choice of educators, flexibility to change course, unlimited views on lectures. You can see on your screen consistently over the years, Unacademy has given the best results with toppers in almost all selection lists. You should grab this opportunity, start your preparation with India's best educators. My name is Shubham Sardhalia. I am your educator and mentor for UPSC CSE preparation. I'll be taking up with you certain current affairs and various other subjects. If you want to start your preparation for UPSC CSE, if you want to qualify this examination, if you want to ace this exam, you need to subscribe to our special plus and iconic subscriptions of Unacademy. Unacademy offers you plus and iconic subscriptions where with the help of expert faculty, best of the educators of the country, you will be preparing for this examination. Will we all educators will help you glide through this preparation and qualify this examination. You have to enroll into our courses by using this course IAS Icons. Unacademy is giving you a limited period offer where you can get 20% off on subscription. So if you are planning to buy the subscription, this is the right time, because if you subscribe to these iconic and plus subscriptions today, sir, you will get 20% discount. But you have to remember this code IAS Icons. IAS Icons is going to be the code which will fetch you huge discounts on all courses of Unacademy. So you can also go for combo subscriptions. You can opt for optional subscriptions, and above all, Unacademy brings for you 0% EMI option for all those aspirants who are not able to pay the entire amount at once. You can simply opt for our EMI option. So iconic subscription offers you mentorship, one-on-one mentorship, daily mains answer writing practice, MCQ practice, study booster sessions, physical notes, live doubts solving sessions. In short, I can tell you that everything that we would be requiring to qualify this examination will be providing you at Unacademy. Join today, use this code IES Icons. So sir, we are starting with the discussion on an important topic, that is Kushiyara River Treaty. If you have been following the newspaper regularly, if you have been following the current affairs regularly, you must have come across this important article that was seen in news recently. It is Kushiyara River Water Treaty. Sir, this topic can be asked in geography and along with that in international relations, because this Kushiyara River Water Agreement is between two nations. One, of course, it has to be India, and other one is Bangladesh. Sir, India and Bangladesh are about to enter into an agreement which will be known as Kushiyara River Treaty. We'll try to understand what is this Kushiyara River Treaty, what benefits it will bring to the people of both the nations. So this was in the news. Why Kushiyara River Treaty between India and Bangladesh is important, sir? If you have gone through previous year questions, or if you have pretty much idea about the way UPSC asks this question, sir, state and international water treaties have always been UPSC's favorite topics. You must have heard about interstate water disputes and international water disputes also. So this has always been a favorite topic from which UPSC tends to ask you questions. So what is happening here is a treaty has been signed between Bangladesh and India, because Bangladesh's head was on her visit to India a few days back. Recently, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh has visited India and she held talks with Indian Prime Minister. So you can see on your screen, Prime Minister of Bangladesh. She was on her visit to India and she met Honorable Prime Minister of India. During this entire meeting, India and Bangladesh have signed certain agreements for cooperation. Both the nations tend to cooperate with each other, because we always, right from 1971, when Bangladesh was formed as a nation on the map of world, from 1971 onwards, India and Bangladesh have been enjoying very cordial relations with each other. So the entire legacy continues. India and Bangladesh have signed agreements for cooperation in areas ranging from sharing of river water to space and build new connectivity and energy initiatives. So wide range of agreements on river water sharing, on space initiatives, connectivity problems, energy initiatives. So all these things have been taking place, and most important in this becomes the river water or sharing of river water, that becomes very important here. A memorandum of understanding was signed on sharing the waters of Kushiyara River, a tributary of Barak River which flows through Assam and then goes to Bangladesh. A very important river, Barak. We'll talk about it in detail in a short while. Barak River, a very important river of northeastern India, which after flowing through various states of northeast enters into Bangladesh, and it is known as Kushiyara River. Sir, when it comes to water sharing, international water sharing, you all know that India has been sharing certain rivers with uh, Pakistan. India has been sharing rivers with Bangladesh. And to your surprise, always remember, sir, this is very important piece of information. There are 54 rivers that pass through India and Bangladesh border. So this can be asked as a question at times. For example, if somebody goes and appears in the personality test or what is known as the interview of UPSC, and you belong to somewhere from northeastern state or maybe somewhere on the eastern side of India, you may be asked this question by the UPSC board that since you come from a place which is near to a nation called as Bangladesh, do you have the idea how many rivers are actually being shared between India and Bangladesh? So, sir, always remember this number. 54 rivers are there are 54 rivers that pass through Indo-Bangladesh borders, and majority of them then follow, or almost all of them fall into Bay of Bengal. So, sir, 54 rivers are there in total which are being shared between India and Bangladesh. So, India and Bangladesh had already signed treaties like Ganga Water Treaty in 1996 and 1996 for next 30 years over the sharing of Ganga River. The treaty was signed. It is known as Ganga Water Treaty. So Ganga Water Treaty is between India and Bangladesh, signed in 1996 for the sharing of water for next 30 years. As per this 1996 treaty, the water sharing takes place at Farakka Barrage, a very important dam. Farakka Barrage. Farakka Barrage is situated in the state of West Bengal. It is built on river Bhagirathi. River Bhagirathi. It is built on river Bhagirathi in the state of West Bengal, approximately 10 kilometers from Bangladesh border. So, Farakka barrage becomes really important when it comes to Ganga river system. Apart from it, there has been talks over Tista river agreement for the sharing of river waters from Tista river, but the Tista river water agreement couldn't be finalized yet because of some opposition coming from West Bengal. So in future we can expect Ganga river system. This Ganga river water sharing agreement is already there. Kushiyari river agreement is being penned down, and in future we can expect that Tista river water agreement also is signed. So ultimately important river water sharing agreements are between these two nations. What is Kushiyara agreement? We'll just try to understand it. So there is a river known as Barak. It comes from northeast of India. It flows through Bangladesh. Barak river enters into Bangladesh and is spread into two tributaries. The bulk of river water flows into Kushiyara while the rest goes into Surma. So this is Surma, this is Kushiyara. So Barak rivers, you can see from here, when Barak river enters Bangladesh, it is split into two. One that goes towards the Surma area and other that goes towards the Kushiyara region. So sharing of water or usage of water for Bangladeshi people out of this Kushiyara fraction of this Barak river is what comes in talks right now. Sir, it's very important to understand that over the years you must be aware of that northeastern region along with Bangladesh have been witnessing certain floods, and this year in the year 2022 both India, northeastern states of India, including Assam and Sylhet in Bangladesh. This is the reason. This is the region where this Kushiyara river flows. In Assam and in Bangladesh, we witnessed devastating floods. So these type of images, you can see a railway station along with trains was completely submerged underwater, and what became the reason was directly or indirectly the flow of Barak river. So this agreement, which is being inked over Barak River when it flows from India to Bangladesh. This comes in the year when both these nations had seen devastating floods, and hence both these nations required greater cooperation on flood control and irrigation. So what happens is, sir, what are the major reasons for floods in any area? What happens is whenever a river is flowing through a region, if that river receives much higher the water level it can sustain in itself, what happens is the water comes out of the banks of rivers and flows into the nearby areas. And what river was flowing through this region? It was the Barak River. So the 2022 floods that was seen in Assam and even in Bangladesh, they were linked with Barak River. So if we start certain flood control measures just because this river is flowing into two nations, it was the demand that closer cooperation is required, and that is what is that is what is taking place. So India and Bangladesh together will be signing this agreement, and hence floods can be controlled, irrigation related issues can be solved. We will try to understand what are these irrigation related issues. The agreement is aimed at addressing the part of problem, that is the changing nature of river. This Barak River, when it flows into Kushiyara region, over the period, we can call global warming the reason, or there can be a number of reasons. Apart from that, the river has been changing its entire course, it has been changing its nature. So what is happening now is, when the season of monsoon comes, due to heavy rainfalls, this river create havoc. This leads to huge floods. So there are huge floods during the monsoon season, and vice versa. When a dry spell comes during the winters, the entire river almost dries. But sir, this winter times is when this area requires water because of its crop cycle. There are various varieties of important rice that is being cultivated in this area that comes up in winter season. So during the winter season, these areas of the Sylhet area of Bangladesh requires water flow, and their dependency upon the water is is entirely on this river. But we have seen that during monsoon, this river is always flooded, and when it comes to dry seasons, the water level decreases a lot. So now what's happening is, under this agreement, Bangladesh will be able to withdraw 153 cubic feet per second water from the Kushiyara. The water that flows into Bangladesh, Bangladesh will be able to use 153 cubic water, and it is expected that this will solve the water crisis of farmers of Sylhet. Water crisis during what times? During winter times, when these farmers actually require water for their crop cultivation. There are various estimates, like when India and Bangladesh sign this agreement, there are estimates that how this agreement is going to be beneficial. So there are various estimates that area that will benefit from this agreement is approximately of 10,000 hectares of land. So the landowners of the huge 10,000 hectares of land will be beneficial, and actually millions of people will be able to get benefit when this water flows through the networks of canal in Sylhet. So what is happening is, river from Barak is flowing into Bangladesh Kushiyara region, and there is a place called Sylhet where a network of canals is being built. This network of canals will be connected with this flow of water, and ultimately these canals will channelize the water coming from Barak and Kushiyara into various regions, so that Bangladesh and Bangladeshi people can carry out their cultivation. Bangladesh has always been complaining that their Boro rice cultivation had been suffering, as India did not allow it to withdraw required water from Kushiyara. So what was happening? This water was flowing as Barak from India to Kushiyara in Bangladesh. So India always had that control over the flow of Barak River. But now, since this agreement is being signed, now India allows 153 cubic of water usage by the Bangladesh. So Bangladeshi people would be happy, because they always were complaining that they were not able to produce enough of Boro rice because they didn't have enough water. They couldn't receive enough water because of restrictions from India. Sir, always remember, Boro rice is an important variety of rice which is grown in Bangladesh. It is one of the three major rice varieties grown in Bangladesh. It is grown in the winter season from December to February and is harvested in early September, early summers. So, sir, what happens is, there are various varieties. Apart from Boro rice, there are two other varieties which we need to remember. One is Os and other is Aman. Sir, we can be simply asked a question. Os, Aman and Boro are the varieties of which crop. So we'll be getting options, either it can be mustard, it can be cotton, it can be coffee, it can be rice. So we have to remember that Os, Aman and Boro are the varieties of rice, and we also have to remember that these varieties of rice are actually grown in Bangladesh. So these small pieces of information become really important, as I discussed earlier that 54 rivers are crossing Indo-Bangladesh border. So these type of information we need to note down, so that tomorrow when we go and appear in the examination, these basic details, sir, they will substantiate our mains answer writing, and that's what will make our answer different from the competitor. Now, the next question is how Bangladesh will use this water, since Bangladesh always complained that India didn't allow them the adequate share of water. Now, since this agreement has been signed, now Bangladesh will get their due share of water, and water of Kushiyara will be channeled through Rahimpur Canal project in Sylhet. I told you already, Sylhet is a place where there is a network of canals that is being built. Now, this water will be channelized through these canals. As the water level dropped significantly in last couple of decades, the canals remained dried up during the dry season. When there is a dry spell, these canals were dried, hampering the cultivation of boro paddy and winter vegetables. There were the people who were cultivating boro rice, which is grown in winter season. Apart from it, there were people growing up winter vegetables, so they required huge amount of water. Now they'll be able to get this water. The additional water of Kushiyara through the Rahimpur Canal, therefore, is only way to ensure steady supply of water for irrigation and agricultural fields and orchids of subdivisions of Sylhet. So the only demand the people of this area had, they wanted more water. And now since India is ready to provide that more water through this Kushiyara River Agreement, people of this area will be very happy. And what is this Kushiyara? Kushiyara is actually Barak River that flows from India into Bangladesh and is known as Kushiyara. Sir, if we talk about Barak River system, that also becomes important. So Barak is one of the major river systems of South Assam. It rises in the hill country of Manipur. In India, it rises in the uh, areas of Manipur, after which it flows through Mizoram and Assam. From Manipur, it goes to Mizoram and then Assam, and after that, it enters into Bangladesh, where it forks into Surma and Kushiyara. That's what I told you in the very beginning. From Assam, it flows into Bangladesh, and moment it enters Bangladesh, it split into two. One is the Surma, and other is the Kushiyara. So this was the entire Kushiyara agreement, and this Barak river system becomes important because this sixth national waterway stretches over this river. You must have heard of national waterways that are being built or that are already operational on various mighty rivers of this country. The national waterway 6 is built on Barak, that is Lakhipur to Bhanga. It will pass through states Assam, Mizoram, Manipur, and Tripura. So, sir, these small informations become really important when we are discussing a topic like this. I hope we are clear with what this entire article is about. What is this Kushiyara River Water Agreement? Why it is important for people of Bangladesh? What is Barak River System? And what are the different varieties of rice that are being grown in Bangladesh? Sir, these type of articles become really important when it comes to UPSC preparation, and above all, what becomes the most important is practicing. So Unacademy has brought in for you mains test series for the year 2023. Sir, it is started from September 11. We request you to enroll as app so that you can be the part of this test series. You can evaluate you on daily basis before UPSC evaluates you on the final exam day. Unacademy brings for you Doubt Darbar. Sir, here you can ask your doubts. Already more than 3,000 learners have cleared their doubts for free. So, as a serious UPSC aspirant, you will be having n number of doubts which you can get resolved with the top educators, with the top faculty of the country only at Unacademy. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to this channel, IAS Icons. Please press the bell icon so that you can get the notifications. And we at this channel, IAS Icons, will provide you best of information entirely in English language, which will help you qualify UPSC CSE examination at ease. Thank you very much. All the best. Keep working hard. Bye bye. Take care. Jai Hind.